thanks to Jennifer and Nasir and Scott and Jonathan and Elizabeth for putting this together. So I'm going to read the last three poems. I have one in here, so I'm going to read Hologram. So I lived for several years in this apartment, and there was an alleyway, and I could see everything going on in the apartment across the alley. It was like a TV show with no plot. More like a sitcom, because they were always there in the same room, where not much happened. They watched a lot of TV, and I realized by the end that they had, when I was moving out, you have that feeling of nostalgia, that they had really grown to look like one another. Kind of like pets. Pets and their owners. Like they cut their hair the same way, and they had the same kind of style. And this was all my interpretation, of course, across the alley. And then some years later, I wrote this poem, which kind of has something to do with them, but not really. Okay. Hologram. Some nights, I watch the anonymous, middle-aged couple soaking in TV across the alley from my kitchen. In college, a professor lectured on postmodern revisions of the mind, held hostage, trapped inside an Atlantis theme park constructed on white sand shipped in. Say our bodies are not even cells, atoms, or strings of energy, but projected reflections, so his lecture went. I didn't understand why my father had left our family, or why, at 22, it should matter to me, or my fiancée at the time. I see now across the alley over dim recycling bins, two lovers whose nods, body language, even hairstyles, mirror the other's unconsciously is a bad sign. I'll say it. They have a shallow understanding of what it means to be a self-individuated human being. I take it back. Of course, she and I could have been happy. Sometimes we're still riding that crabby Vespa through blue space to the beach. Time shimmers, thin, across the night's wide sea, far to some future city where millions still await memory.